Yep, we just bought a plane. Where do we begin? So you all been wondering why we haven't been posting much on social media. Well, we've been busy buying a plane. Yes, a plane, a real life plane. It is parked right over there on the ramp. We're taking the McLaren over in just a minute. We are so hyped to reveal our new Cirrus to you guys. I cannot believe that we pulled this off. Not only did we find a great deal on a plane, but then going to get it and bringing it home without a pilot's license, thank goodness for friends. This is just such a big moment for us that we have to do a giveaway on the channel. And so, if you head over to JR Aviation, the full reveal will be live of this plane, all the ins and outs of it. The whole flight home is linked down below. The journey to go get it and bringing it back is a really, really good one. So please, would love it if you checked out that video. And if you subscribe to JR Aviation, we will be selecting one random winner for an awesome prize. What are we thinking? So get this, the winner and a friend, you and a +1, we will be flying you out to Arizona here to check out the cars, hang out with us for the day, and also go flying. So we're thinking flying up to Sedona, Arizona, the beautiful Red Rocks, and maybe grabbing lunch or something like that. So you get to spend a day with us. Literally all you have to do is hit 2 buttons, subscribe to JR Aviation if you're not already. I hope you are by now. If not, it's linked down below, it's on the screen. Head over there, hit the subscribe button, come back here, leave a like on the video, and then simply drop a comment down below on this video saying done, you did the steps, and you are entered into the giveaway. It's that simple. So definitely knock that out and have a chance to come meet us and fly in a plane. Let's get the McLaren going here. One fun fact about this plane, which you will find out, get this, it has butterfly doors, it has McLaren doors. So the plane's currently parked at transient parking at the FBO there at Scottsdale, and hopefully, fingers crossed, soon we'll have a tie down or possibly even a hangar if we're really balling out. We'll see, things to come on JR Aviation. Hangar sounds like a good excuse for more cars. Yeah, and as always guys, when we pick up something fun for the channel, we like to give you guys hints to see if you can guess it. So the first 2 people who guessed Cirrus are boom and bang. Congrats to you two, thanks for guessing it correctly. Hit us up on Instagram to claim your free JR Garage t-shirt. All right, who says we get into a little cinematic edit as we head to Scottsdale Airport and go be united with our plane for the first time? McLaren, this thing is crazy. Yo! All right, guys, pulling in now. I think it's over here. Yep. There it is. Sure enough. Off with the McLaren. Where are the keys? Where are the keys? Here we go. Plane keys. Awesome. All right, let's walk out to it and show you our new Cirrus. Oh, this new McLaren wrap is holding up great. Man, this thing looks so good in all lightings, at all angles. There's the plane right there. But now we got to walk around to the people entrance. I feel official now. Busy day on this weekend. To think when we were kids, we were always on this side of the fence, just watching planes fly over, watching the jets. We loved plane spotting when we were young, to now being able to go on the other side because we have a plane in there. Feels pretty awesome. Ta-da! Oh yeah, we got golden hour going on. Busy day here at Scottsdale as anticipated, but not nearly as busy as it was a couple weeks ago during Barrett-Jackson and the Phoenix Open. It was apparently crazy, hundreds of jets here. Obviously we still got dozens behind us, and one day we'll have a jet, but hey, we need something for training, right, Christian? One of the big points about this plane, we wanted something for training because we want to be private pilots on the side. And did we find the perfect training plane? A 2003 Cirrus SR20, and there it is. Oh boy. Introducing the new star of JR Aviation, our Cirrus SR20. Come out at night, but we're still looking for sign. When I wake up, All right, in we go for the first time. So take one last look at these Lambo doors. I guess they're more so McLaren doors because Lambos are scissor up. These are definitely out. Very much like the McLaren.
Yeah, I can't wait to really have cars and planes side by side. That is gonna be a look.
Oh yeah, when we move it to our tie down over there, we'll be able to pull the cars right next to it, no problems, because we won't have to, you know, check with the airport and all that stuff. So for starters, obviously we're gonna do a thorough cleaning of the seats, the exterior. It's just a little dirty, as you can see. It had a 1,000-mile flight home. So let's give you guys the specifics. Climbing in here. Where did we pick this up from, Christian? Christian found this listing. Where'd you find this? When'd you find it? Tell him the whole story. Give him the whole rundown.
Probably a good month ago. Found it online and it was a private sale listing, not listed by a dealership or a broker, which is a little less common with planes. You find it with cars all the time, but mostly when somebody's selling a big ticket item like a plane, they have a broker do it and are willing to pay the commission. Right. But if we can save that commission with a private sale, yes please. It was in Louisiana though, so not super convenient, but not too far away. Definitely, you know, drivable and fly home.
So we obviously don't have our pilot's licenses yet, but that is something we definitely want to work toward. So we were able to rely on our friend Owen Liepelt. He came in clutch to fly this plane back with us over 1,000 miles. We called him when he was in class. He's like, okay, I guess I can help you out. So he immediately flew down to Texas to rendezvous with us. Just watch the JR Aviation video. We explain how this craziness went down. Here we are now. I mean, let's give them the whole rundown.
Yeah, so the gist of it and why we're looking for a Cirrus is some of its modern features, but this plane still has the steam gauges. So it's a first generation Cirrus, which came with what's known as a 6-pack, but it's a later year, so it comes with a sweet Avidyne MFD, which gives us our maps and charts and even engine monitoring and all sorts of cool features and digital checklists and so much cool stuff. And then a relatively modern navigation and radio stack and communications. So it's all relatively new when it comes to aviation, so hopefully we won't have too many maintenance issues. That's something that we were really looking forward to, having a plane that can, you know, have as much uptime as possible and not be down for maintenance. It has a side yoke instead of a big center yoke, so it helps for us tall people. And speaking of us tall people, the comfort of the cabin. It is one of the widest airplanes of its class. That's crazy.
Like 10 inches between us.
Normally in a Cessna, in a Mooney, even in a Bonanza, you're like pretty much shoulder to shoulder.
Absolutely.
This is 6 inches or even 8 inches wider than most planes.
Yeah, best in its class comfort.
And headroom.
Oh, tons of, here, even if I close the door a little bit, check this out. Still have like, what is that? You know, 4 inches on top of my head. So this by far best in class comfort, and it really shows when you're on a long 8-hour flight home like we did. It was no problem whatsoever. And
that's what we're really looking forward to sharing on this channel, just the ability and the opportunity to take some of these adventures that normally wouldn't make sense in a car or a truck, and instead in this plane go to some cooler, more remote areas and, you know, fit it all into a weekend or even a day trip.
So we'll be talking all about why we bought a plane on the JR Aviation channel, going more in depth, but definitely just the flexibility, the freedom we now have to be able to fly where we want, when we want, when we get our licenses. But it's going to open up so many opportunities for this channel and the JR Aviation channel, so we're so hyped about that.
So this is the JR Garage channel, so we're probably interested in some performance specs. How does it stack up? It has a 6-cylinder horizontally opposed, which is again pretty good. Most planes like this have 4-cylinder, so it's big, smooth, and good power. 200 horsepower, which bumps it into kind of the high performance class for an airplane like this. But it's not super complex. It has fixed gear, fixed pitch prop, but it still goes 150 knots, just cruising. You do that in a car and you are thrown in jail.
Yeah, which for you car guys is almost, I think, like 180 miles per hour. And guess what? No speed limits when you're in the sky, obviously. So we can get to LA, we can get to Vegas in the, you know, snap of a finger. No TSA wait times. You just pop in your plane and you get going. So obviously it's a 4-seater. These rear seats as well have plenty of leg. Do you want to demonstrate just real quick? Most planes, if you get in the rear seats, you're crunched up. It's not comfy, but check this out. All right, Doug DeMuro, cram in there being 6'4" in the back seat of this tiny car. Psych, never mind, you got plenty of room and it's a plane, but check that out. Like, that's awesome. Plenty of room back there. Once again, you try to get back there in a 172 or a little Mooney, you're not gonna fit too well.
So it's got many of the same things that we and you all would look for in a car. Performance, comfort, reliability is important, and that exotic touch with the cool butterfly doors.
Perfect example. There we have a Cirrus SR20 beautiful looking plane. We have a what appears to be, what was that, 172, 182? You get the point. A low-wing plane like a Cirrus is just a good-looking plane. Check that one out right there. That one's nearly $1 million, yet it looks nearly the exact same as our plane. That's another thing that's cool. Yeah. This plane was nowhere near $1 million, yet we get the same look as the top-of-the-line Cirrus. They maintain that similar body angle and shape, which is great.
Yeah, that's a great point. So a lot of our cars on the channel, those in the garage, are cars that are a really good value. Maybe they've depreciated way down and we think that we can make some money on them. That's definitely the case with this plane too. It looks like the planes that are $1 million, so it's a really good value. Maybe we can even make some money on it.
We're gonna be money ahead compared to renting a plane or, you know, doing flight training, paying $150 an hour to rent one, or a Cirrus, they start at like $200 an hour. So the fact that we're buying in at a fully depreciated price and hopefully not gonna run into too many maintenance bills, like we could come out ahead. That's pretty cool. All right, get back up here, Christian. Let's show a couple last controls. So for all you car guys, you will definitely like these controls. Starting with this one, it's your throttle. Now, you obviously don't have a gas pedal like you do in a car because you got rudder pedals, which control, you can't quite see it. Well, yeah, there you go, a little bit. That controls the yaw on the plane going kind of left and right in the air. And of course, to control the roll of the plane, you would use the yoke here, left and right, and you can see the ailerons moving there at the end of the wing. So pretty cool. We're definitely excited to be able to get flying this and get training in it. Here you have your mixture lever, which you have on all planes to control your air-fuel ratio. You always get to set it yourself, and you'll be using it throughout your flying. Gas tanks, you actually have to switch on this plane because it's a low wing versus the high wing Cessna. You can kind of use both at the same time, but on this plane you have a pump in each wing, so you have to keep track of switching left and right so you never get, you know, too heavy on one side or run out of fuel on one side. So get this, the McLaren has a whopping 18-gallon fuel tank, I think. This one, we're rocking 56 gallons of usable fuel, 28 on each side. So yeah, you can fly for a long time. This thing just sips the fuel. This is nearly a Prius of the skies, dare I say, but it's not. But it is fuel economy wise. Oh, one thing that's cool, I just thought of it because I looked up here. Do you guys know what this is? This is classic Cirrus. This is one of the coolest features on this plane and known on Cirruses. If you pull that, right now, a rocket will shoot out the back with a parachute on it, and you will come down on a parachute, the whole entire plane. So in theory, this is, of course, a huge safety feature. In worst case scenarios, you pull that sucker and you just glide softly to the ground. At least, you know, that's the goal of it. You gotta pull it at correct speeds and altitudes, but it is there in case you need it. Hopefully we never need it. Yeah, so a great safety feature over unusual terrain. If you have an engine out, but you're above mountains, you know, somewhere that you can't just glide down and land, that could be a huge saver. Lifesaver. Or over water. And that's pretty cool. Who else can say they got a parachute on their plane? But we will also be able to say that about the E-Flyer, actually. It'll have a parachute too. Oh yeah, you guys remember, you're totally thinking right now, wait, I thought you guys already like ordered a plane and bought a plane. And it was supposed to be electric. We did indeed pre-order the E-Flyer electric airplane. But the thing is, that thing is set to be delivered in still like probably a year or two. And we don't want to wait that long until we get flying and having a plane. Yes. Boy, that sounds like first world problems. I don't want to wait for my other plane to come, so I went out and bought another plane, but that's what we did. We went out and bought this plane. We promised you guys on JR Aviation that would be a major theme of the channel, is working toward our pilot's license and showing you what it takes and the opportunities it opens up. We took as many flights as we could with our friends and some exciting private jet flights, but this was a big piece of the puzzle that we were missing, and we promised that we would work on it. And here we are. We're not waiting a year or two, we're starting now. And now with this plane, we're gonna be able to hire a CFI, a flight instructor, and he'll be able to train us on this plane so that we don't have to rent a training aircraft. Again, that goes back to the whole saving money deal. Yeah, and it's exactly the plane that we will be flying later on, so training in this is extra beneficial. Of course, we would show you all the avionics here, but that's gonna make this video way too long, so be sure to just check out JR Aviation, see all these things in action on our flight home from Louisiana. Okay, let's get out of here. Bingo! These doors will never get old, nor will these beautiful mountains, nor will beautiful Arizona. The perfect state for flight training. No clouds, no winter weather. It's gonna be much easier here. Well guys, comment down below, what do you think of our new pickup? Forget cars, forget being on the ground. We're going sky high. That sounds a lot better to me. And what do you guys think? Are you glad we went with something like a Cirrus over, say, a 172 or a similar high wing aircraft or something from the 70s or 80s? I'm definitely super happy we got something modern. Oh, by the way, speaking of modifications, upgrades, again, we talk about that on the aviation channel, but these are vinyl decals. It's basically a wrap. So in theory, we got to look into the regulations and laws about it, but we plan to wrap this airplane. We have a beautiful white canvas once we peel these off, and we can do any wrap we want. So what do you guys think? Should we do like the JR Garage Lamborghini, like the first one with the crazy geometric shapes? Or should we go with something like the McLaren, just like 1 or 2 colors? Like, look at that new Cirrus. Look at how beautiful the color scheme is over there. Do something like that, or even like, you know, some design like that, or, you know, get creative, guys. Comment down below. We'll look into the regulations, we'll figure that stuff out, but we plan to do something crazy. Or like that, a two-tone. Hey, for all you two-tone S600 lovers, maybe we can do a two-tone on the plane and do like blue on top or something like that. I don't know. We want to do something cool and crazy and make this the custom JR Garage plane. There you have it, our new plane. Now we can say we have cars and a plane. That's just crazy to say at 20 and 22 years old.
But it makes sense. It was kind of, you know, a logical step. Gearheads, people who love engines and performance, they kind of go together.
That's true. Oh, and by the way, should we straight pipe the airplane? What do you guys think? 10,000 likes and we'll straight pipe the plane. I'm just kidding. I think it is already pretty much straight piped. It may have some sort of muffler, but again, they don't really want much restrictions on this plane. But still, get this video to 10,000 likes. That would be much appreciated. Smash the like button, subscribe for future content with this plane, with all the cars. Crazy things going on. Now that we're finally home, we're back into the swing of things with content, so stay tuned.
Mercedes.
Yeah, next video. S600 gets the new, incredibly cool and expensive wheels that are worth more than the price of the car.
Yeah, tires just showed up. Time to mount them and set this new paint job off.
It's gonna look so good, so stay tuned for that. Drop a comment down below what you think of our new purchase, and we will see you boys in the skies. Later.
That it feels right.